And look what he said 3 months ago saying you're a bad person.
Yeah.
They don't give it. They'll just fucking type shit.
100%.
They're clowns.
Yeah, 100%.
They're clowns. Hate never comes from above. Everyone I meet who's famous and successful, everyone I meet who's doing something with their lives, cool.
Yeah.
There's always just some loser, some bitter idiot in their house.
Where do you get your counsel and your advice and guidance and stuff from? Who do you go to, if you need some help with something?
Well, that's a good question. But I think that wisdom in general comes from the brutal feedback of life.
Yeah.
I think when we talked about self-accountability, if you have true, actual self-accountability, if you do not need someone to keep that one part of your psyche functioning, if that one part of your psyche is active, then it's like an AI learning machine.
For you though, it's different because you've got to where you got to, right? You're at the top. So people aren't going to be able to relate to a lot of what you're dealing with the media, the press. It's difficult to really get advice. Whereas when you're starting out, it's very easy to find someone that's 6-12 months ahead.
That's true.
So where you're at, it's a bit difficult to find. That's why I was interested.
That's true, but there is still going to be some common themes. Like, I believe there are some common themes of life that I have identified. Like I said, an AI learning machine. An AI learning machine, you give it a set of parameters, and then you set it off to learn, and then it learns by itself. And this is how it becomes smart, by sticking within the parameters. If you manage to turn on absolute self-accountability and perspicacity inside of your own mind, you're now going to pay attention to everything around you, and you're going to self-learn. And I've self-learned a few basic things which turn out to be true, I would argue, across all socioeconomic brackets. And the first one, and perhaps I'm wrong on this, but I seem to identify this terribly destructive thought pattern in people where they seem to believe that their enemies will have mercy on them at some point.
Right.
People seem to think that mercy is coming. Like a poor person sits there and goes, the government's going to save me, or Trump's going to come and the stock market will go up, or maybe I can get a loan when the interest rates go down, or someone's going to give me something.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have mercy on me somewhere. My sob story is so unique and so interesting. It's so different to everyone else's. Maybe if I just sit and wait, someone will have mercy on me. Or they'll sit and go, well, my enemy will have mercy on me. The people who are destroying my country are just going to one day stop. They're just going to one day go, we're done with destroying the country. We're going to stop. Let me tell you something from personal experience. Your enemies never give you mercy. The people who lie about me are never going to stop lying. The idiots who believe it are never going to stop believing it. I'll beat every case. They'll still say it.
Yeah.
Asher D gets offered 10 million. He'll still sell me out. This is human nature. The government's still going to lie about me. The papers are still going to lie about me. They're never going to have mercy. So what am I going to do in that position? The only logical extension of that set of circumstance is to fight back with everything I have. That's all I can do, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't find any grit and they don't find any capability to fight against life's trouble because they believe that there's some knight in shining armor or some merciful gust of wind that is coming. And what did we say earlier about truth? You're more competitive if you look at your enemy understanding that they're never going to quit and they're never going to give up and they're never going to be fair and they're never going to play ball. How unfair is what they've done to me? I've never been convicted.
Yeah.
Ever.
And the media.
I've never been convicted of any crime in my life.
Yeah.
So I could sit here and say it's not fair, whang, whang, whang. Or I could sit here and say, okay, they play dirty and they fucking cheat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fight back with everything I got. When I was fighting professionally, and I'd go to fight in other countries, France or Serbia or Russia, if you got low blowed 3 times, they took a point off. So that meant I got 2 low blows every single fight.
Yeah.
They just kicked me in the balls twice. Yeah. Why? Because they can.
Right.
That's how the world works. So a lot of people, I agree, perhaps I'm dealing with it at a higher echelon because I have a higher reward for solving the issue. I get a lot more out of life if I fix it. But you can look at anybody at any socioeconomic point in the ladder, and if they stop feeling sorry for themselves and stop hoping for mercy from their enemy, stop hoping for quarter from the barbarians which are at the gate, they're going to do better and fix a lot of their problems and take absolute accountability like we talked about.
Yeah.